Yeah, but sometimes when I go to a window shop, it just turned into regular shopping. Because this industry, I feel like, is not for the weak. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is Saturday and I am on my way to work. So I'm about to do makeup for a bridal party. Yeah, that's my day, and I decided that I'm going to take you guys with me. So if you're not familiar with my background, I do have a background in makeup artistry, but I'm like in this place in life where I'm trying to rediscover and re-figure out where I'm at as a makeup artist, because it is something that I have put down for a couple of seasons, and I find that it's like I have not really been focused on it. I've been focused on other things, and it's like now all of a sudden clients are coming out of literally nowhere. I haven't really advertised that I'm doing makeup on other people. So to see now that people keep like inquiring and reaching out about me doing makeup and even some skincare things has been... Oh, hold on. Sorry guys, somebody's tires popped in a drive-through and I'm just trying to give me a refresher. So I had to go to the other side of the drive-through. But anyway, so I'm like trying to rediscover that, because I put it down. I went through like a whole spiritual journey, transformation in my life, rediscovering my purpose, or really discovering my purpose, and just learning where I'm supposed to be and what I'm supposed to do, and just so many changes over the past couple of years. So I put makeup artistry down. Thank God I did not get rid of my makeup artist kit, because my heart has always, I believe, been in it. So it wasn't something where I wanted to completely like throw it away. I just didn't really know how to navigate moving forward. And so now I'm here and just like, you know what, I'm just gonna take the opportunities that are coming back to me. I know that it's not by chance. Part of my story is like, I was in high school and I just fell in love with makeup and beauty and all those things, and literally I was just like, I'm gonna build a kit. And then it's like I just started doing makeup and posting, and out of nowhere I had opportunities just coming, like to do fashion shows, to do makeup on models, to do makeup so that other people who wanted to submit work to be published could get published. So it's like I never really sought out these great opportunities, even though I had just started, and it wasn't always huge opportunities, but it was huge for me because I never even saw myself in those spaces, and the doors were opening up for me. So it's like, now it's like, pick back up your brushes and get back out here and see, you know, the blessings that God has for you. So that is, yeah, I guess my life right now. Still, I'm in line to get my drink, and then I am gonna be headed to the venue so I can do makeup. This part of my life is kind of like one of those places that I'm not used to. Like, I feel like I've been in a lot of uncertainty and been in a lot of times where I feel like I'm in the unknown, but I'm running with it. I believe that great things are coming, great things are about to happen. It's just I don't like feeling like I'm in the uncertainty or the unknown regarding my life. I'm supposed to be doing, I believe, like 6 people's makeup, so I feel like, you know, timing wise, you know, it's a wedding, so everybody's running behind. So I am not really in a rush, but I'm hoping that when I get there, everything just goes smoothly and runs smoothly. I have experience working under pressure. Like, I remember those days when I was doing makeup for fashion shows, and at that time, I basically was volunteering because I wasn't even getting paid during that time. But I remember I had faces to do like in 5 minutes. So I feel like those experiences have trained me for the now. It's amazing how we go through certain things, or we go through different experiences, and it's actually training us for what we're going to be doing later. Okay, thank you. Alright, you guys, I'm about to hit the road. I'm here. I am now getting the stuff out of my car. I'm about to head to where I need to go to get started. Okay.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. It sound right, boys.
Hey you guys, so I decided to check in. It is Sunday morning. I just got off of a workshop. So it was a soft life workshop, and I saw the lady on YouTube, and I've been like watching her videos. And it's like the soft life from a like true place where it's like working on all parts of you, like spiritually, mentally, um she talks about like work, and you just gotta put that hard life down, okay, if you want to live the soft life. And I definitely have been in a place where I am all in for the soft life. I work till I felt like I was at a point where I just couldn't take anymore, like I had my breaking point. And so I just love the whole like genuine soft life content where it's not just about just having stuff bought for you and stuff like that. But I mean, like, genuinely, like, just focusing on the well being of you as a person and living that life that you can be pleased with and proud of, because you are not overworking yourself. You're not like pushing yourself to be this something at the expense of your happiness and peace and joy. And you're actually fulfilled in life. That is the path that I'm taking, okay? But I am drinking my coffee and I'm just resting for a little bit because I'm actually going to go to church today. Yesterday, let's talk about yesterday. So, yesterday actually went really amazing. I was so tired at the end of it though. My back was hurting, and I had to like it just wasn't the most favorable like physical, I guess, things as far as like the chairs. So I was bending over a lot, and um just the chaos of a wedding that can happen. But throughout all the chaos, I felt fulfilled. I felt happy, like I was doing what I love. And to hear somebody message me and say that they wouldn't trust anybody else to do their makeup for their wedding, that like is one. It's like, okay, I know I got skills, but I just never expected it to, I guess, go this far. Like when I was in high school and I got my first makeup eyeshadow palette, I was never thinking like, oh, that I would be doing this years later. That I'll be actually walking out life as a makeup artist. So to see how much I've transformed and changed over the years has been amazing. And then, like when you're like in the middle of something in the hustle and bustle and you're actually working, but you don't really realize the impact that you have. So, of course, I know how to do makeup. Of course, I have the skills, but we're human. So, we have those moments like, did I really do good? We can be hard on ourselves. Like, did I really like it? Or is this just like, am I just playing? But I wasn't playing. But to wake up and see like a text and someone saying that everything looked great and you're gifted in this, I feel like that is just like the boost that I needed, the extra encouragement that I needed. Because although I still do take clients as they reach out, I'm not like how I was when I was working in a shop. And the interesting thing about it is I never did bridal makeup when I was working in shop and taking clients in there. And so it's like the last few people that have reached out have been for like weddings and bridal. So that is interesting. I don't know if I really want to do bridal. I really love like when I was doing makeup for the fashion shows and doing makeup for, I like to see if the work can be published. I really love that. I love the freedom and the fun of that. And not saying that I don't just love doing makeup in general, but I think those were my favorite because those were such different experiences. Like, I never thought that I would be like, I don't even remember the exact age. I probably was like 19, 20, 21 when I started doing like the fashion shows and working with people to have published work. So I just never imagined that those opportunities will happen then. And I was not out searching for them, they just came. So that for sure is like confirmation that you are in purpose and you're doing what you're supposed to do. Makeup artistry is a real job, okay? It is a real job. Like, you have to consider so much as a makeup artist. You're dealing with clients, you're dealing with people, and so everybody likes certain things, so you have to be flexible and willing to change based off of what your client wants. If you are a freelance makeup artist, more than likely you probably will end up purchasing your products, or you have purchased all of your products for your kit. And there have been literal times where people would like take what I'm doing as a joke. Like, can you do this for free? Honey, this is my job. Okay. Like, I've literally had people get mad at me because they asked me to do their makeup and I gave a price. It's like, this is not a joke for me. This is part of my career. Like, when you really are a makeup artist and really out here trying to get it, it is no joke. And there are different types of makeup artists and different people run their businesses different way. But I'm gonna need y'all to put some respect on this profession. Okay? Put some respect on this profession. All right. But yes, I'm just basking on the confirmation and the love and the just everything I received from working yesterday and just, yeah, taking it all in and just really, I guess embracing this new place, this new season, this new journey that I'm on in my life. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. But anyway, I'm about to finish up this cup of coffee. I'm literally about to leave probably in the next 10 to 15 minutes. Otherwise, I will probably be super late. So I am about to do that. And then once I leave church, I think I'm about to go to the new Chanel store. Not for like the Chanel bags and stuff like that, but it's for like beauty, cosmetics, fragrance, that version of the store. They just built one out here where I live. So I'm also gonna check that out. And I wanted to check out Aritzia because my first time checking out Aritzia was when I was in Atlanta. And so I saw that they just put that out there too. So I am, okay, trying to go, what is it called? Window shop? Yeah. But sometimes when I go to a window shop, it just turned into regular shopping. But I'm not trying to do that today. I just want to truly just get out and be amongst the vibe. Uh, shopping. I just want to be like out and about. I love being out and about and yeah, living my life. So that is what I'm going to be doing today. So I will check in with you guys when I am leaving church. All right, y'all. So I am at the shopping center. Okay, church was really good. It was actually talking about freedom in Christ. Okay, one thing I have learned about life as I've grown in my relationship with God and truly walking with Him is that people don't always have something to say. People in the church, people outside on the streets, people just always got an opinion. And so one thing God has like specifically spoke to me is be authentic and be yourself. Don't be caught up in what everybody else thinking. I don't care what title, I don't care who they are, because at the end of the day you have your own life to live, and at the end of the day everybody else got their own life to live. And I can guarantee you the very people that are trying to make you feel bad and judge you and, oh, she doing this, she doing that, and this and that, they got their own skeletons, they got their own stuff going on. They just trying to hide it. So I am all about authenticity now. Just be who you are, who God called you to be. You're not going to reach the people that is for you being this fake version of yourself. And I'm no longer interested, okay? When I became like this woman, like I literally started to, it's like a switch just happened. And I feel like it started around 28 into 29. It's like it was like this switch, and it wasn't like, I guess I was overly intentional about walking out womanhood, but the switch just happened in me and I just stopped caring about what people think. Like it seems so to me like now on this other side, really sitting there and caring about what everybody thinks about you and has to say about you and centering your life around that. Do you know the level of bondage that is at? Those same people want to do what you want to do. Those same people wish that they had the freedom and the confidence to do what you are doing. So don't I'm gonna need y'all to live your life, okay? And live it for you. Live it for you. Live it for you. That's another level of freedom when you're able to break out of everybody's opinion, and if this is going to be received, if this is going to be okay, can I do this, can I not do this? Live it for what you want to do, what you know you're supposed to be doing, okay? That's a new level of freedom. But I'm so glad I went today, because it's just like today was one of those messages that's like confirmation on what I've been learning and walking out in my own spiritual journey. So now it's time. Honestly, I don't feel like it's going to be like a huge shopping day, but I don't want to say that it's not and then I end up walking out with bags. I'm also in a place where it's like, I used to have this mindset like, oh, not saying that you shouldn't save and that saving is not good, but I used to be so strict with money, and I realized when I was so strict with money, I was not happy about the strictness. And honestly, it seemed like when I was in that place, it was harder for me to save and have money and make money. I mean, I was working, but it just seemed like I was working, but I wasn't really able to really bask in the fruit of my labor. And so my mindset around money has changed, and I believe that having a good mindset about money will help you to have money and will help you to thrive in being prosperous. Of course, there's other things you have to do and you have to put in the work, but yeah, so just being broken free in all areas of life is the goal, at least the goal for me. And so I'm no longer that person that's like, oh, I can't have this because of whatever reason. I understand if you're saving for something and you know you have a goal for something, but just like for the rest of your life to be so strict about money when money is meant to be exchanged. It's one of those things that comes and goes, but just use wisdom in how you use money, use wisdom in how you save money, but also enjoy the money that you have. So don't be afraid to have these things that you want. That poverty mindset will have you in misery if you let it. And I no longer want to ever have that poverty mindset again. And it's a process when you've grown up thinking certain things or been taught that you can't have certain things, or other people didn't believe that they could have certain things, so you kind of take on those mindset. It takes unlearning, but when you start to be broken free and unlearn, it's like you can breathe in a new way. Okay, because I've been breathing, but it's like really freedom again. Freedom and just, yeah, freedom. That word I feel like has been so pivotal in my life recently, and just walking out freedom and experiencing that. Okay, y'all, so I'm just sharing my life, the reflections from my life and the things that I've been experiencing in my life as of recently, and even the things that I have learned over the years and the growth that I have done and been able to experience. But anyway, I'm gonna go into Aritzia, check out Aritzia, and then I saw Fabletics. I have been on my workout game, back on it, so I might go check that out and see what they have. I've seen the online website, but I haven't actually been in a store. And honestly, I have really been feeling that whole, like, you know, cute workout aesthetic. You know, I really like that. And then Chanel. But I did not want to be out here so late, and it's Sunday. It's almost 3 o'clock now. I've been driving around for almost an hour looking for parking because, of course, everybody wants to go shopping on Saturday and Sunday. But anyway, let me go, y'all, because I feel like I'm in one of them talking moods, okay? Yes.
Oh my gosh.
We lost her.
I said she's one day on right now.
She's in the 31 will come born. She's she got
Those are so freaking cute on you.
finally home and settled. I took my shower, took that makeup off my face and everything. And right now I'm just working on editing a video for one of my other channels. So, oh my goodness. So when I was leaving Aritzia, hold on. I gotta make sure. Sorry, y'all. I gotta make sure there's no food on my mouth while I'm filming. So when I was leaving Aritzia earlier, I was walking out of the door. Actually, the time that I was about to leave Aritzia didn't actually happen because I ended up seeing a dress and I ended up picking up 2 of those dresses that I showed earlier because I was like, this looks so classy and this looks like grown woman type of outfits. And I feel like right now I'm trying to bring more of those things in and more things that I would feel comfortable like going out to dinner with and, you know, just feeling more classy and, even if you don't know. That is more of a look that I'm starting to be more attracted to, kind of like that classier, more sleek like outfits. I still love a fun outfit and some color and all those things. But anyways, I'm in the dressing room. That's probably a good at least 10 minutes. And then I check out and I leave Aritzia. Why do I see my cousin walking past? And at first I was like, that looks like my cousin. Like I saw the back of her frame. And then I looked next to her and I was like, oh yeah, that's one of my other cousins. And then that's another family member. So I was like, how are we like seeing each other at this time? And it's so like just, it's not crazy. I don't even know how to really describe it. And I don't believe that things are a coincidence. But we have like built a bond over time now. And we're basically the same age. Well, we are the same age now. And it's so interesting because I grew up wanting cousins my age, and I've had some other cousins around my age, but you know, everybody has different personalities. I feel like when you try to force relationships, they don't end up working out. So you can't force a connection or you can't force chemistry and stuff like that. It's just either there or it's not. And so even though I have other family and people that I know that are cousins, well, not people, they're either family or not, okay? But either way, even though I have other cousins, and of course I love them, they're family, and they're around the same age, the bonds necessarily aren't as strong as I feel like some other family members. And I feel like that's a common thing. Like that's normal for most people. But I knew of this cousin like growing up, and I'm sure she knew about me, but it was just one of those things where we just, you know, I feel like there is also divine timing for having people in your life. And so we were introduced again as adults through other family, and then we just hit it off. We've always liked the same things like makeup, and both went to beauty school. And this was when we weren't talking and didn't really know anything about each other. This is just like we love makeup, we love beauty, we love, you know, we just love girl stuff. We are definitely into the soft life, and you know, we have visions and goals for our lives. Like we just hit it off a lot in a lot of different areas, and we're not necessarily exactly alike. Like we have our own styles and tastes, but it's so incredible how we still just like we just hit it off. And so I like walk out of the store and I'm like calling her name because I'm like, this is like the way, like the timing and the way it just happened. This couldn't have been like more perfectly orchestrated. Like if a few minutes or a few seconds would have went by, I would probably completely miss seeing her. And so like I'm walking out of the store and she's like maybe a few feet in front of me, and I call her name and she turns around and it's my cousin. So then we just like walked around through some different stores, and I just find that so amazing. Like if you're somebody who just feels like maybe you want to connect to like family or cousins, it may just be a timing thing. Honestly, we probably wouldn't have hit it off back then, or we probably were just trying to live our lives, and everybody has different paths, so maybe it wouldn't have worked back then. But it's so amazing, like we're literally like going through like I guess that's exiting the 20s into 30s kind of thing that I feel like most people go through, where it's like trying to rediscover your life and rediscovering who you are and you know where you're going and what you want to do. And yeah, I just thought that was incredible. So I ended up did go into Aritzia and found something, maybe two somethings. Okay, found two somethings. But they're definitely like grown woman type of dresses, which I'm excited to have and just step out and wear more stuff like that. I feel like so good when I'm dressed in a way that makes me feel so confident and sexy and grown and like grown, not like grown like, oh, I just turned 18, so I'm trying to prove I'm grown, but like really like just confidently walking out, being grown now, a woman. And then so I originally wanted to go to Chanel because it was newly opened. And one of the client advisors, she was so nice. And so she was just talking to us and telling us the history of Chanel and how she was an orphan and used to sew when she was younger, like in the orphanage. And look at what she's built. So a lot of times we may start out in what may feel like very unfavorable places and situations, but you never know what you will end up being. I mean, some people have an idea and some people, have goals and dreams. But I'm sure even if she had a glimpse or a vision or what she felt like she wanted to do, she more than likely probably wasn't just sitting there in the orphanage and what may seem unfavorable, thinking that she was going to build a beauty empire. And one of the things that we were talking about earlier is that, like, Coco Chanel, like her Chanel business, like she maintained the class throughout her business for all these years. And if you look up how much these Chanel bags are, okay, and people still buying them, all right? People are buying them. But if you look at the price of Chanel and the class that it stands for and how she really hasn't had to really do too much changing with the times, like that classy style and authenticity of that brand still stands, and how other brands have, yeah, maybe they have changed because of the times, or they're trying to keep people to keep buying from them, so they're quick to jump to different things. That just shows that you can be yourself and you can be authentic to you and even your brand and still remain on top, still remain as one of the highest paid brands. Okay, so we love Chanel, we love the class, and we love what she is standing for. Okay. Yeah, I really enjoyed going to Chanel today, and the client advisor, she was amazing. So I had a good time. And then I wanted to check out Coach because those tabby bags have really been interesting me. And I have not seen one in person yet. I've been seeing them all around. And there's this beautiful bubblegum pink one that I saw not long ago, but I haven't seen it in store or since I've seen it online. But yeah, that was today. I feel like I'm always having like these amazing situation. Hello, you guys. I am very tired, to be quite honest, but today has been pretty successful. So I have still been doing that whole sleepy girl cocktail. It's almost nighttime, by the way, so it's not morning time, although I'm talking about being sleepy and stuff. But today was successful. I got up. I got my workout in this morning. And then I was able to run some errands, come home, get to work, and now it's like the tail end of me working. So today I really wanted some soul foods for some reason, and I am about to cook that, and I'm also about to make a detox water. The detox water I used to make years ago when I was still living with my parents, and that's how it was introduced to me, and it just has been like a gentle detox for me. I have not done this in a few years, but I just thought that I had some ginger left in the fridge, so I'm gonna do that. So I'll show you guys how I make that. Oh yeah, the detox water, when I used to make it in the past, I used to drink on it for like basically a big full jug of it, but I used to drink on it for like a couple of days. Or I honestly used to make a couple of jugs of it and drink on it for like 2 or 3 days. But I'm just gonna make one big jug of it and see how I do. If I feel like I want to make some more of the detox water, then I'll just do that another day and just use whatever is left over. But after that, I'm going to be cooking collard greens because I have some collard greens that I froze. And you know, sometimes I'll be wanting to cook stuff and then I'll buy the stuff to cook it. And then it just be like, yeah, I might as well just freeze this stuff because I don't want it to spoil because I more than likely ended up eating out. So I actually have the energy to cook some today and I want some homemade soul food. So I'm going to make some collard greens. I'm going to make some macaroni. I'm going to make some cornbread, some yams, and I'm going to just fry one pork chop. Now, I don't normally go out and buy pork chops because that's just not my meat of choice. But I just thought today, wouldn't it be nice to have a good old fried pork chop? And it reminds me of my grandma. She used to cook pork chops all the time, and that's where I got introduced to them. So I'm kind of feeling a little nostalgic. One thing about my grandma is she made sure her children and her husband they ate, okay? She made sure that even into old age, okay? And she didn't like to eat out a lot until like towards the end of her life. But she used to cook all the time, and those are like childhood memories that I have, like going to her house. And it's always gonna be a meal there. It's always gonna be cooked food there, okay? My parents fed me too, but you know, it's just like the nostalgic moments of your grandparents and growing up. Those moments, I still think about them and I still cherish those moments. So yeah, that's really all I really have, you know, energy for right now. um and I don't know if it's because I went ahead and got my workout done this morning, but I love this feeling like I've done the bulk of what I needed to do for my day versus me just pushing it all off to the end of the day, like my workout and doing all my work and all those things. So I want to continue on with the Sleepy Girl cocktail, like I said in the last vlog, and just let it do what it do. And just continue so I stay in this routine. I think sometimes when life just starts happening, it can be easy to get off of routines, or you can easily kind of just like, you know, start letting in some not as healthy behaviors, or what am I trying to say? Not as healthy or not as helpful kind of routines come in. So I just feel like truly I'm back on track. But it is about to thunderstorm and I'm ready to just get started on this food so I can let it just start simmering and kind of rest a bit. So come on. I have some mint leaves. I have some ginger. I am going to be putting it in some spring water. I try my best to drink natural spring water and naturally alkaline water as much as I can. I try not to venture off from just natural spring water and naturally alkaline water. I'm going to be using 3 lemons. This one is a little red, but I think it's okay. 3 lemons, and then these were buy one get one, these cucumbers. So I'm just going to stuff. I might actually just put 1 cucumber and then save the other cucumber to make another detox water. But I have been really like feeling dehydrated as of the past couple of days. And I had just been like drinking so much water and craving so much water. So I decided, why not just, get into the detox water. So this water for me is like really simple to make. And I remember it's been like years, few years, probably about 4 or 5 years that I can remember when I made this water. But I do remember when I made it, I just felt so good, and I was able to go naturally without feeling, rushed or crampy and all that stuff. I am going to let this sit in the fridge overnight and start drinking on it tomorrow. got in and took a shower and everything. I actually went to an afternoon workout and now I'm back in. I am about to go ahead and just kind of clean out my makeup kit because I've had my kit for, I want to say almost 10 years, if not 10 years. And just like stuff has built up over time. I have products, some stuff that I don't even want anymore in there. So I'm just gonna go through and just kind of like clean it out because I honestly feel like it's time to just like buy more stuff and bring more stuff in for my kit. Then I'm going to clean and disinfect my makeup brushes and tools. That is something that I take so serious when it comes to being a makeup artist. I love making sure like after I use eyeshadow palettes, like spray them down with alcohol, and just like anything that I use around the eyes and lips, I like to spray that down. One of the things that I love to do is like buy liners and lip pencils that roll up so that I can just break off that part and spray it down versus like using like something that will be contaminated from person to person. So if which I actually do like using liquid liners on my clients, but what I do now is I just go buy an affordable liquid liner. There's so many brands out here, whereas there's like $2 or $3, and then I'll just use it on the client and just let them keep it. So if you're looking for like some clean tips, that's one thing that I like to do. When it comes to mascara and stuff, I love buying the disposable wands. That way you can just continue to toss them once you use them, and you can just grab another one and dip again if you need something else, rather than putting that one brush that the mascara comes in back into the tube. If I was getting my makeup done by somebody, I would want somebody doing those type of things for me. And so I try to, when I have my clients, look at it as if, what is that treatment that I would want for myself? Also, if you are watching and you're interested in being a makeup artist, please, please, please don't feel that you have to just go out and buy all the hottest makeup and the most expensive makeup, because I built my kit over time. But when I first started building my kit, I didn't have, thousands of dollars to just spend on makeup for clients. I was like 18, 19. So I didn't have all this extra money to just blow on makeup for clients. And I was already blowing it on my own makeup, okay? When I did have the money. So what I will say is that drugstore makeup is not bad. I'm not saying that every drugstore cosmetic is good, but just do your research. Some of these brands, they actually cover both drugstore products and expensive luxury products. So do your research and just find products. If you don't have the money to spend on a bunch of expensive products to build your kit, find products that you know are good, that are worth it. How I would recommend doing that is to try them on yourself. So if you feel like you found a brand of foundations that's affordable that you want to use in your kit, then see if you can buy that foundation for yourself and test it out. See how it applies. See how much coverage it gives, because you want to make sure that whatever foundation you're using, you know what coverage is going to give for your client, so you'll know how to blend it out and how it's going to set on the client's face. Also, you want to know how concealer and stuff is going to blend out. Is it going to blend out with a more thicker consistency, or is it going to be more of like a serum consistency as far as concealer? Some concealers give a more glowy look and some give a more matte look. And then what type of powders work good on the skin? Some powders do leave a flashback and some don't. So one of the best things I can say that I have learned when I was a new makeup artist is that it's not necessarily the products. Yes, that does play a part in it, but it's really your technique and building your craft and skill. So focus more on your craft and your skill and your technique how you blend out the products, how you apply them, how you set them on a client. If you don't feel like you're the best at eyeshadow, you don't have to do all these big extravagant looks for eyeshadow. Can you pull a full face together and make the client happy? Even if you use 2 shadows, does it look good? Does it look presentable? Is the client happy with it? I'm not gonna lie, this is one of those competitive industries where a lot of people like to compare how one person's makeup looks to another, but just be confident in your skills and keep working and working and working until you feel like you're at the best place that you can be for you. At the end of the day, there's so many different types of makeup styles and the way people apply makeup, and different clients want different things. Like when I was working on the clients, one of the clients didn't want all that full face. They just wanted something simple, a little blush, a little foundation, some lashes, and they were good. So don't always feel like you have to always do this full glam thing for every single client, but just make sure that you are working to tailor your art to what they like. And then something else too, you have to be willing to listen to a client when the client is not necessarily happy with how their makeup turns out or a certain product. Like if they feel like it's too much blush, it's too much this or that, don't get upset. It's okay. Everybody doesn't like everything. Just fix the problem. Work on fixing the problem. That's going to help with good customer service. And once you fix the problem, like when I've had situations like that, fix the problem, the client was fine. They paid me and went on about my day. So yes, I guess I'll give you like a quick tour of my kit before I end this vlog. So I love like keeping this bag with me. This is like some of my other makeup brushes. And in this bag, I like to keep a mirror so my clients can see what their makeup looks like. I like to keep alcohol on hand. So once I use a palette on somebody's face, I like to spray it down. This is a misting bottle, so it doesn't come out like super wet, but it still is able to cover the palettes when I spray it. I love keeping this on hand. Before I even take my palettes and put them back in the kit, I like to just spray them down wherever I am working. That way I don't have to worry about remembering if I did or didn't. And so they'll already be sanitized for when it's time for my next client. And if you want, you can also spray it. I wouldn't spray it right before you take your next client, but maybe like the night before and let your palette dry out too. Some other things I love is like sponges like this. I personally, as a makeup artist, do not like to use beauty blenders on multiple people. The reason I don't like that is because I feel like just because I wash out a beauty blender, it's a sponge. And sponges soak up stuff. So even though I may cleanse it with soap and it may be clean on the outer part, I don't know what's being kept on the inside of that beauty blender. And again, I like to be really clean and sanitary between clients. So these sponges I have been using for years. I want to say since I started doing makeup artistry. And then also I'll show you the mascara ones. And my sponges I have gotten from Dollar Tree. I like to get them from the hair store sometimes when they have them. I'm sure you can even find some of this stuff on Amazon. So I like to have mascara wands on deck. And I used to carry the little lip gloss things too because I do not dip back into my lip glosses and put them on clients from the same wand. I like to either take one of the mascara wands and dip this into my lip gloss container, and that way they can just swipe the lipstick on their lips. I'll take my lip gloss wand and I'll actually just put it on one of the palettes that I buy to put the client's makeup that I use on them on here. So I'll just like scrape the lipstick tip on here and then just get a brush and apply the lip gloss or the lipstick. These I got from Dollar Tree just before I have clients. If I'm like low on them, I'll just go and stack up on these. I think they're like 4 or 5 in a pack, but I do also have an actual makeup artist, I don't know what you really call them, but it's kind of like that. But it is a silver one, and I just put products on that. So I usually like to use that one when I just have like one client, and I'm not worried about like doing multiple people at once. Yeah, I'm drinking coffee, and it's like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. and I'm not like really sleepy to where I feel like I need a coffee. Me and this coffee thing, we're gonna figure it out. So I learned how to clean my brushes in school. I like to use Barbicide after I cleanse my brushes with soap and let that disinfect the brushes and get the extra germs out of it. And this is my makeup kit. I have had this thing for, if not 10 years, already almost 10 years. When I first started, I was like, oh, I'm gonna be official. And so I ordered this case online. Again, I think I was like 18, 19, 20. But I know it did come with another connecting container that you can put on top. But I just felt like that was way too much. But it comes with this piece, and so you can like keep your makeup in there, whatever makeup you want to have in there. I gotta clean it, y'all, and like go through it. And it has different little compartments, so I like to keep my different foundations. And here I like to keep pencils and stuff. In there I have a sharpener. I just got stuff all around here, but I think my lashes and stuff are up here. I like that this zips and that it rolls, and it also has handles to pick up. Having this makeup kit while working as an artist has been such a dream, so I'm so grateful to have this. And yeah, but that is it, you guys. I'm about to get started on this process of like just going through, throwing out anything that I'm no longer using, and just cleansing and disinfecting anything else that I need to go ahead and make sure that it's cleansed and disinfected. And when I'm like looking at my brushes, like cleaning them and disinfecting them, that's a good time for me to like look through and see if I need to throw away any old brushes, or is there anything that's like falling apart. Because to be honest, to be professional, you don't want no brush without no handle, using it on a client and stuff like that. I feel like that can look very tacky. And even if they don't always say stuff, people do watch. People do watch what you're doing to them. People do watch what you're doing throughout your service, how you talk to them, how you treat them. So just be mindful of that if you're interested in, you know, being a makeup artist. Those are some tips that I could think of to share with anybody who is like inspired and wants to go into makeup artistry. And just be confident and be you, because I'm sure you may have heard, if you have been around beauty stuff, or you may have seen it, this industry, I feel like, is not for the weak. And I feel like I have been blessed to be able to kind of like carve out my own path. But even like when I've tried to like work in different salons and stuff, I knew when I was being like booted out or not considered or stuff like that, but it allowed me to, you know, be able to have my own lane in the industry. Okay, so if you're denied or rejected, don't look at it as a bad thing. But anyway, y'all, I'm starting to sweat, so I'm about to end this vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and yeah, get caught up on any other videos if you need to. Okay, I'll be back soon. Bye.